Hi, in this video we are going to see several problems and different approaches on how to add, subtract and multiply the polynomials. So here we have the first one. So this is basically a subtraction of the two polynomials. The first one is 2x squared plus 3x minus 4 and the second one is x squared plus x minus 1. So let's see the first approach on how to subtract these polynomials. So first I'm going to write the first polynomial, that is 2x squared plus 3x minus 4, and then down below that I'm going to write the second one. Since the second one has to be subtracted from the first one, I can flip all the signs of the terms in this polynomials. So I'm going to write this x squared as negative x squared, and then this plus x will become negative x, and negative 1 will become plus 1. And I also make sure that the like terms like the x squared is written down below the x squared term. The x term is written down below the x term. And then the constant or the number term is written exactly below the down term. And so now we can add these two. So 2x squared minus x squared is x squared. And then 3x negative x, and that will be positive 2x. Then we have negative 4 plus 1, which is negative 3. And so therefore, this is the result that we get once we do the subtraction. Now let's see another approach, or a easy approach, the fast approach on how to subtract these two polynomials. So here, once again, we write the first polynomial as it is, that is 2x squared plus 3x minus 4. And then since we have the negative, we distribute the negative to all the terms inside the bracket. So therefore, it's going to be negative x squared, then negative x, and then positive 1. And after this step, we have to combine the like terms. So we consider 2x squared, negative x squared, that will be x squared. And then 3x, negative x, that will be positive 2x. Then we have negative 4 plus 1, which is negative 3. So here we got x squared plus 2x minus 3, and which is the same as the result that we obtained in the first approach. We will now do the second one. So here we have uh, the addition and subtraction of the polynomials. So first we have 2x squared minus 3x, and this has to be added with the second polynomial 3x plus minus 2, and then subtracted with 2 times of the third polynomial 3x squared minus 2x. So we can write the first one as it is, that is 2x squared minus 3x, and also the second one as it is, because we are basically adding this to the first one. So I write the second one as it is. However, the third one we need to multiply with negative 2. That is, we should distribute this negative 2 with all terms inside the bracket. So therefore, it's going to be negative 2 times of 3x squared, and then negative 2 times of negative 2x. Let's simplify this further. I'll write the first one as it is now, 2x squared minus 3x plus 3x minus 2. So this is going to be negative 2 times 3x squared is negative 6x squared. And then negative 2 times negative 2x is going to be positive 4x. Now we can combine all the like terms, group them, and add them together. So we have 2x squared, then negative 6x squared, which we can group it like this: 2x squared negative 6x squared. And then we have negative 3x plus 3x, that's going to be basically 0. I'll write down to show that we group them. We also have 4x, so plus 4x, so you can group them. And finally we have this negative 2, that's the only number, so we have negative 2. And so therefore this is going to be 2x squared negative 6x squared, which is negative 4x squared. Then here we have negative 3x plus 3x, that will become 0. and then we have plus 4x, so this is going to be plus 4x, and finally we have this negative 2. And so therefore this is the answer to this question. We will now see how to multiply the two given polynomials. So here we have the polynomial 4x minus 7 multiplied with 3x plus 2. In fact, these are two polynomials that needs to be multiplied. So we have several methods to do this multiplication. First, we are going to see the FOIL method. Remember, FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, and L stands for last. So let's start doing this method. First, we write down the polynomials, and then the first is the first terms. So it's basically 4x times 3x, which we will multiply here. Then we have outside, which are the outside terms. So we write the product 4x multiplied with 2. Then we have to multiply the inside terms. So these are the inside terms, negative 7 multiplied with 3. So I will write down negative 7 multiplied with 3x. And finally the last terms, that is negative 7 multiplied with 2. So negative 7 multiplied with 2. We just have to simplify these terms. So let's do them. 4x times 3x is 12x squared. 4x multiplied with 2 is 8x. Then negative 7 multiplied with 3x is negative 21x. And finally, negative 7 multiplied with 2 is negative 14. We can simplify this further by combining the like terms. We have only one x squared terms. We will write down as it is. Then we have this 8x, negative 21x, and that is negative 13x, and then negative 14. So this is the product of multiplying these two given polynomials using the FOIL method. We will now see how to multiply using the box method. So we have the polynomial 4x7 multiplied with 3x plus 2. First, we need to create the suitable box to multiply these two polynomials. So we need to create a correct one. And for that, we should identify what type of polynomials it is. So this one is a binomial which has two terms in it. And this one is also a binomial which has two terms in it. So basically we need a 2 by 2 rectangular box. So first we will create that box, that is two rows and two columns. On top of it, we can put the first terms, the terms from the first polynomial 4x minus 7. So I write the terms as 4x here and then negative 7. And then I take the terms from the second polynomial and then I write it in column wise. So this will be 3x and 2 goes in here. Now we have to multiply each terms, or basically we have to fill this box. So it is 3x times 4x, that will be 12x squared. and then 3x times negative 7, that is negative 21x. Then we have 2 multiplied with 4x, which is 8x, and then 2 finally multiplied with negative 7, which is negative 14. So we have completed the box. Now we have to simplify from the box. So basically, in box method, the diagonal terms will be the like terms. Here, since we have only 2 by 2 box, we have only one diagonal. So therefore, the product is, we write the first term as it is, that is 12x squared, and then 8x minus 21x, which is negative 13x, and finally we have negative 40. So here we got this product, which is 12x squared minus 13x minus 14. Observe that with the first method, we got the same thing. It is also 12x squared minus 13x minus 14. Then there is finally another method, which is called the distributive method. We'll see how to do using that distributive method. First, I write the product, which is 4x minus 7 multiplied with 3x plus 2. So in this method, we multiply all the terms from the first polynomial with all the terms in the second polynomial. So it's basically like we have to take each terms one by one from the first polynomial. So first I am taking the first term, which is 4x, and then this I have to multiply with all the terms in the second bracket. That is, I write this like this, 3x plus 2. Now I take the next term, which is the negative 7, and then I have to multiply this with all the terms in the second bracket. So basically, I write the second polynomial as it is. Now we have to simplify by distributing. So 4x times 3x, and then 4x times 2. 4x times 3x is 12x squared, and then 4x times 2 is 8x. We are done with the first multiplication. Now we do the next one. Negative 7 times 3x is negative 21x, and then negative 7 times 2 is negative 14. Let's simplify this further. So we have 12x squared, 8x minus 12x, which is once again negative 13x, and finally negative 14. So once again, we got the same result by doing this method, that is the distributive method. So the user can choose the method which they are comfortable with while multiplying the polynomials.